Wizards of the Coast has done a lot of cool things in its history in regards to Magic the Gathering. We're talking about a company that has created not one, but two joke sets designed to poke fun at the game itself, its designers, and consumers. The same company that straight up built an Eldrazi outside of PAX. The same company helped promote a Magic the Gathering cruise vacation in the Caribbean where you could play Magic, visit awesome places, and even win cruise qualifiers to go for free. Wizards has done a lot of cool/weird stuff, so without further ado, let's talk about some of the coolest things Wizards has ever done. If we're talking honorable mentions, I already mentioned Unglued and Unhinged, but I have to mention them again. While these two sets didn't sell all that well, there's a huge cult following of players who love them, me included. These sets are wonky, funny, hilarious to play, and always create a memorable experience. I felt like that was worth talking about. Onto the list itself, we're going to start light with some binders. Beginning in the mid-90s and ending with Plane Shift, each set that Magic released was accompanied by a new binder design celebrating that set. Made by Ultra Pro, these old-school binders were hit or miss with a lot of players, but are now huge collector's items, with some of the older binders now impossibly difficult to find. Ranging from $40 to well into the hundreds now, these binders are sought after, and if you find one, you should hang on to it. It's a weird product, but a cool one nonetheless. Coming in at number 4 on our list, Currency. That's right, Currency. In late 2013, early 2014, Wizards announced a collaborative effort with the New Zealand Mint to create Magic Collector coins. These coins don the image of Jace the Mind Sculptor, and each is a 1 ounce .999 silver coin. When you buy the coin, most likely from a retailer who invested in these, they each come in a fancy display case, and they're all individually numbered via certificate of authenticity. At the time of the announcement, they didn't actually know how much these were going to cost because it would be entirely based on the value of silver. As of right now, you can get your coin for a little over $200 via Amazon or eBay. This is a collector's item with actual world value. Pretty cool if you ask me. Number 3 brings us way back into the 90s. Wizards of the Coast released a 4-piece set of 13 to 22-inch porcelain statues between the years of 1998 and 1999. Each statue was hand-painted and packaged, and only 5,000 copies of each were made. The statues were Sarah Angel, Shivan Dragon, Herloon Minotaur, and Horiel from Spirit Link. Priced around $150, they haven't been inflated that much, but Shivan Dragon is becoming increasingly difficult to find. Of course, these weren't the only statues Magic ever made. Another 5,000 print-run statue collection was commissioned for Champions and Betrayers of Kamigawa, with 8.5 Tails, Kiki Jiki, Ink Eyes, Kodama of the North Tree, and Moloku all getting beautiful statues made of them. Not nearly as rare or as expensive as the older statues, these are still quite affordable, with most healthily under $100. Going even further back though, to 1996, the very first collectible figurines were unpainted plaster figures of Baron Senger, Sarah Angel, our Minotaur friend, and Prodigal Sorcerer. While not as flashy as the colored statues that would come a few years later, these are still quite rare, nearly impossible to find. I honestly don't even know their value because they're sold out everywhere constantly. But yeah, MTG statues of old. Very cool. To discuss number 2, we're going to have to take a trip forward to the Vans Warped Tour 2013. Yes, the Vans Warped Tour. Yeah, that one. With the crazy teenagers. Yup. Anyways, back in 2013, Magic the Gathering was an official sponsor of the tour, teaming up with the band Man Overboard to do something awesome. Now some more backstory for you. MTG participated in the reality series Strip Search by Penny Arcade. For those who don't know, this is a reality game show for web cartoonists, and the winner basically got a job at Penny Arcade. Well, after it was all over, Magic went to a former contestant of Strip Search, Erica Moen, and had her finish a design she started on the show, a custom Chandra skateboard deck. That's right, a skate deck. These were made in a super limited number, and the only way to get one was by winning a raffle at the Magic the Gathering tent at each US-based Warp Tour. They gave away 4 skate decks per day, and as you can imagine, these are nearly impossible to find nowadays, with collectors reaching out across the internet looking for any sign of someone willing to sell one. So if you can get your hands on one of these skate decks, presumably by spending hundreds of dollars, it might just be worth it. Also, fun fact, Wizards sponsored the 2012 Warp Tour, but instead of bringing awesome skate decks, they brought a gigantic tractor trailer with MTG branding all over it. What a funny time in Magic's history. Alright, the weirdest and coolest product in Magic is actually a bit of a catch-all. Test prints. Test print cards are normally created to test new printing processes. They're absolutely not supposed to be released to the public, but like everything else in the world, crap happens. There are a myriad of different test prints that mean different things, have different rarities, and are worth different amounts of money. We're actually going to do an entire video about test prints in the future, so look out for that. But until then, enjoy some crazy looking cards. There are subtle misprints, like foreign black border German cards with the wrong names and artwork. This card's name is Raised Dead, but the illustration is for Phantasmal Terrain. This card is titled Drain Life, look at the cost as well, but the art is for Fire Breathing. There are also not so subtle test prints, like textless and manaless cards with the words test printing across them, or the M15 test print of Phyrexian Hulk with Karn art and various mana symbols and an altered text box. There are even test prints with completely different card designs that were actually used for playtesting. Naturally, as you might expect, these are all supremely rare with test prints ranging from the low hundreds to the high thousands in dollars. There's a lot more to talk about in regards to test prints, and we will do that in a future video, but for now, I think you get the general idea. Test prints are crazy. So what do you think of our list? Any of these products take you by surprise? What did you know about? What didn't you? I'd love to hear what you have to say. Also, do you know of any weird or cool Magic products that the rest of us don't know about? Always looking to learn more, so be sure to leave your comments below and let me know. As always, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time. We talked about some cool rarities today, but you know what isn't rare? Aether Revolt pre-orders. Previews have barely started and you can already pre-order booster boxes of the new set right now for $97 each. If your local game store doesn't pre-order or charges way too much, boom, this link, game over, you win, enjoy.